actually, it goes with the behaviors of the Mothman. If you see, like, the Mothman priest is a little bit more talkative, and he's more trying, being annoying, trying to convince people about the Mothman.
Right, which is awesome. Yep.
Exactly, and the right hand is more, he's more towards the vengeful Mothman, you know what I mean?
Right.
So we praise the Mothman in the way that he actually behaves between the stalker, the vengeful, and the wise.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. That makes sense. So, I mean, is it just the two of you at this point as far as the story lore goes, or are you...
Actually, I have another one.
I was about to say Smoke.
Yeah, Smokey's around. Do you want me to bring it?
Okay, Smoke is around. Yeah, we might call him in. Let me think. How would he relate to you guys in this quest, for instance, right now?
He actually is the last one joining. Is us three right now.
Okay. 1 second. All I'm doing is getting some, like the decor of the camp is just, yeah, this little.
Yeah, but for the filming, I don't think we need Smoke right now. But
yeah, that's fine. What I
that's okay.
want to plan, hopefully, like I said, to do this sort of episodically. So this initial requisition is kind of an introduction, and what I would like to happen, and you, again, this is your group, your character, your characters, but what I would like to see is the requisition is a way for them to meet you, but then they can actually pick up a quest from you here when they turn in. So basically, they'll turn in their requisitions. We'll have a video locked behind a code that you can just give to anybody you choose. And that will start a quest line that you guys won't even have to be in if you don't want. I mean, your video will be, but you don't have to be in the game for people to be completing this quest.
Well, that's good because I think we'd been thinking about that for a little while anyways, so.
Gotcha, okay. So, yeah, so any ideas you have for an actual quest that might, I mean, it can be anything. It can be becoming a Mothman. It could be, or an acolyte or whatever, to just relic hunting or whatever. Whatever might be something that the.
Yeah. One of the things that it is pretty interesting is that around the map there's a lot of shrines, especially during around the forest and part of the ash. Like, there's places that there's this type of totems,
right?
Including the Kanawha Cemetery.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, so making this journey, to them to walk around, and it's not marked in the map, so you have to pretty much search for it. So that we can use that as, part of the quest.
I was about to say, there's a pretty big one, like south of the Fissure side over by Whitespring.
And
yeah,
also,
that's actually,
right beside Vault 76, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, so the stuff like that actually would be really cool. Okay.
Yeah, there's like one straight to the east.
So is that something that you would normally do in the game, or is this something that you guys would be creating? In other words, like, obviously the totems are there or whatever, but is this something that you would be basically having people do that the game does not ask them to do, if that makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
yeah,
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
So just basically, what we want to do is kind of create something that maybe they wouldn't find in the game normally, in the sense of, hey, go to these 10 locations for us, blah, 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 blah. Is that...
Okay.
Well, actually, I was thinking about where, so your quests are mostly kind of like a choose your own adventure, correct?
Yeah, it's a lot like choose your own adventure. I should say the ones where we're doing the filming where you guys don't lead. Now, you could do, like, how Barnett does the end game quest, where, they might meet you here, and then you lead them on a little quest that, introduces your... So you can do it that way, or the video one just allows people to access you guys, and you guys never have to have a responsibility, really, to be online or anything like that, so...
Okay.
Yeah, for the requisition quests, we definitely wanted to be online and
for the turn-in, right?
Have the turn-ins like at our churches, like either.
Yep.
Well, Gino should be like the first in my mind, but like if Gino's not on, I'm
Yeah,
I'm
like a
good
backup.
killing.
Yep. No, that's perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we'll just focus, obviously, right now on getting the requisition amazing and awesome, and then we'll start working on like a Mothman quest, because what will happen is this will drop, then the Mayor of Flatwoods will drop, and then we'll go back to probably Mothman again, and then start working on some of the other projects we have going. But all right, I'm almost done with just the camp footage here.
The first one that I had in mind, it was going to be involved the path of enlightenment, but obviously that's a thing that we don't have control with, so
Right.
it just pops up. So
Right.
that's out of the picture. That's pretty much out of the picture because it's not gonna work.
Well, how often does it drop, for instance?
Fairly often. I'd say like once every 2 or 3 hours.
So I mean, if you just put it as like, how would that quest look? Like, would you just want them to run it? Is that what you're saying?
Like one of the things that I was thinking of, it was that like you said, a quest where I'm involved and we as a journey all
Right,
together.
right.
And it's pretty much me going to the Mothman shrines and doing, kind of like a Bajuju kind of thing.
Right.
Ceremony.
I gotcha. Mm-hmm.
So kind of like a ceremony, but the thing is that they have to defend me because the ceremony, I cannot kill absolute anything.
Gotcha. See, that's a good idea.
Oh, like what we were going to do with smoke, but we kind of goofed that one up a little bit.
Exactly. So we cannot kill absolute anything. We have to walk. I have to walk, and they have to defend me because I'm doing the Mothman dance in every shrine. And to end the quest, we end up with the Path of Enlightenment. And
Gotcha.
well, in my mind, it looks like pretty good because everybody took a picture with the Mothman and the Mothman piece, and that actually gives a good ending.
Yeah,
But because we don't have control of the event, so.
So let me ask you this: is there any place that could trigger, like for instance in Morgantown, you have the Scorched triggered by the event, and it pulls the. Is there any place that you guys can think of where you could either instigate a mob or that generates like that one is an immediate generation of a mob every time you walk down in there as it resets.
Yeah.
But I mean, one of our first events was the Battle of the Bots at Whitesprings, so obviously you wouldn't want to necessarily trigger the bots, but that's just an easy one hit, and then all the bots are attacking everybody. That hits them. So, I mean, we can look at I like the idea of that escort style mission. That's actually exactly. I mean, you want to do stuff that the Mothman would do, or that the Mothman priests would be doing, and their enforcers. So educating people that don't normally interact with Mothman, because we all like want to know what Mothman is, but we have nothing to really tell us except the lore that the game gives us. So this gives it
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's take some footage. We'll just do inside footage here, and this will be the kind of the stationary. So where do you foresee the quest starting? And it would end here probably, right? Like they turn in here.
Here or upstairs in this part of it here, like the meeting, maybe.
Yep. Okay. So what do you think? Let me look inside real quick, and just for some reason the last time I was here as commander, the interior just blew my mind as far as like the.
Oh, thank you.
If I don't get lost, I'm lost. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is, this interior has to be. I'm thinking.
I have people running from this place because they think it's a booby camp.
Yeah, no, I could totally see that. I could totally see that.
And I have to tell them, like, dude, no, like, for real, like, it's not booby camp.
I was about to say, that's what I was telling you yesterday, is with all those wires by the vendor, I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking to take him down because people are kind of freaked out.
Let me take a shot in here. I'm going to have, yeah, there you go.
So Dan, this is the worst part about these seats, that when you sit, how I see it looks like weird, like it's trembling the whole screen. But if I see it from another angle, like you, if you sit, you look perfectly fine. But I don't know if I look like that because I can see myself.
So earlier in the day, I was walking around and I came across somebody's camp east of 76, and they had seats like they did the same thing we were doing with the electric chair and the horns and all that.
Oh really?
Yeah, and you know they had their own Mothman temple. I got their name because I was like, you know, I sent them a message saying, yeah, that's kind of a cool camp because they did something like, it's kind of like a little bit of what you did and a little bit of what I did, and you know, so I was like, hey, that's a cool camp. And evidently the dude's seen our camps before, and he's like, oh yeah, I got the idea from your camp. And I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, that's
the guy's name is Forgotten Stoner.
Oh, Forgotten Stoner, I know that dude.
No shit.
Yeah, you know that dude. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's cool, yeah. He actually was the one that he sold me the double barrel medic shotgun, the one that I told you that had the 250 damage resistance.
Oh, the one where Tep can kill you. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I ran across his camp, and yeah, like, if you took my camp and your camp and mixed them, boom, it looks like his camp.
Dude, we have to talk to that guy.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I sent him the message, you know, just so I remembered his name. And I saw, you know, because I used the phone app, and I saw he had, like, one comment front. I just didn't see who it was.
Alright. Almost done here. So basically, I'm going to try to put together a promo for this for tomorrow, and we'll drop it. Don't screw up camera, man. Fallout 76 and it's glitchy.
Yeah, pretty much the whole quest thing. I just thought of it like in 5 minutes at work. Like, okay, I'll just use this as a good rough draft, and
yeah.
if anyone has anything to add to it, boom, do it.
No, that's exactly. I mean, we never I never script out a full. I just kind of say this is what we want to accomplish. You guys fill in the blanks. And now it was excellent. It hits all the things. We just want to pull in a little bit more of the lore, so it creates this kind of background for you guys, so that people say, okay, oh damn, because I mean, we're not like podcast huge at this point, but we're definitely we have some things in the works, and there's some things coming up interview-wise that I can't talk about right now. But once that drops, everybody that's getting stuff out here, you guys are going to be notarized and official, so yeah, so it'll be cool, because I mean, you know, you want to be the Mothman, you know, so
yeah.
All right,
Exactly.
let's go ahead and let's have you come in, Gino. Now, if the scene that might take place in here is like, and this is just the skeletal, so when you finish the quest, you'll report back to me at the Mothman, at my temple, whatever the case may be. And I'll have you, and we're just gonna film you up behind the temple, or behind the pulpit there. So the video might look something at the end like, once you finish the quest, return to me at my temple, and we'll put how to do that, obviously. But so this would be, yeah. And would your enforcer be in here with you, kind of overshadowing and guarding, or how would that?
So here's what I got. Like, so Gino, I've got a picture of you like one time where you got your arms like up in the air, like raised the Mothman type.
Oh wait, I know you're.
So like, I think that's a photo mode for you.
Yeah, probably is it.
That would be. Oh darn, where is it? There you go.
Yes.
Hit that again. Can you do it in one move without cycling through everything?
It is called Champ, so let me
Okay,
see
so
how
yeah,
far
you have to get through the...
From none.
Yeah, it's from photo mode, okay. So not a problem. What we'll do, I'll just cut to it. I'll cut to it. We'll do a, Oh yeah, know what? Let me give myself some water. So what we'll do is so go ahead and stand with your arms normal. So just imagine we haven't really scripted this part out yet, but
Yeah.
so you're saying blah blah blah. When you finish the quest, you'll report back to me here. 1 second, this photo mode sucks sometimes. Alright, so just so you know the angles, I'm going to be looking up at the altar so you look larger than life with the Mothman right behind you, centered. So give me 1 second as I film. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Damn, Scald, you're loud. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, hold that position, and I'm going to zoom in now as I come in close. 10, 9, 8, 7. Oops, shit. Excuse my language.
That's okay, man.
Like, I'm not going to skimp on this at all. I want every cut to be... Okay, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And cut that. Zoom in. Alright. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. 10, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Alright, and then Gino, go ahead and hit your pose, the arms up. Did you hit it? Can you hear me? Hello? That's,
I can hear.
you got me? Yeah, it's breaking up. All right,
Yeah.
yeah, there we go. Okay. Hit your the hands above the head. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Uh-oh. What happened? Was that me? Yep. Alright, I'm gonna turn my camera off real quick so I don't